Welcome to session 4 of feedback amplifiers. In this session, we'll discuss the series shunt feedback amplifier, and let us consider the ideal situation. And here you can see the topology or the block diagram form, where we have A circuit as well as there is a beta circuit. So A circuit, it is a amplifier circuit. So beta circuit, it represents the feedback network. Okay. So therefore, so here in this session, we are going to derive what are the expressions for the input resistance as well as output resistance in presence of the feedback. Now for that, we will split this entire operation into two parts. In the first part, okay, so we have a open loop amplifier circuit, which is nothing but A circuit, and there is a ideal voltage mixing and voltage sampling feedback network, which is nothing but the beta circuit. Okay. So therefore now you can see from the diagram here, in the A circuit, you just observe the A circuit, what we have, the input resistance Ri as well as the output resistance R0. Okay. So therefore, and also one more assumption is there. That assumption is whatever the beta circuit is present here, so it will not load the A circuit. So that is, by connecting this beta circuit, it will not change the value of the amplifier gain E. Okay. Now with this basic information as shown in figure A, okay, so we will try to write some of the expressions which are going to relate the feedback gain AF with the amplifier gain E. So we know that the AF in the model, AF is given by, AF represents what? Gain in presence of feedback. It is equal to V0 by Vs, and this is nothing but A divided by 1 plus A beta. Let us take this as equation 1. Okay, so you can refer back here. V0 is output voltage, Vs is the source voltage, and that is equal to A by 1 plus A beta. Now in figure B, okay, so here we have written one equivalent circuit. Okay, so in the equivalent circuit, there are two terms, RIF and ROF. So RIF here represents input resistance with feedback, ROF represents the output resistance with feedback. So now let us write what is this RIF means. Input resistance with feedback, it is nothing but V by I. V is nothing but Vs, I is nothing but the input current II. So where is this II? In the model you can see II is the input current. So this in turn can be written as Vs divided by Vi divided by Ri, or this is nothing but Ri into Vs by Vi. Vs by Vi. See where actually these Vs and Vi are present in the circuit. So from this diagram you can see Vs source, and Vi is nothing but the input voltage appearing across the input terminals of the amplifier. Okay, so that is what is the difference between Vs and the Vi here. So now what our equation says is RIF is equal to, that is input resistance in presence of feedback, will be equal to Ri into Vs by Vi. Therefore RIF can be in turn written as Ri into, now this Vs, okay, so Vs here represents the sum of, okay, Vi plus beta into beta times of A Vi. So the total source will be equal to Vi plus beta times of A into Vi. This is what is the total Vs that is available. This divided by Vi. Okay, so this is because of the connection at the input. Okay, Vi plus beta times of AEVI, because it is a series connection. Beta times of AVI is nothing but what it is. It is the fraction that is fed back, fraction of the output that is fed back at the input in series with the available input. Okay, in the absence of feedback we had only Vi. Now in presence of feedback, Vi will be added with the feedback signal. That is, what is its amount? Its amount will be beta times of A into Vi. Okay, now that acts as a total Vs. So therefore we can make further simplifications, like I can write Ri into Vi divided by Vi plus Ri into beta A Vi divided by Vi. Okay, so therefore here we can see the Vi terms are common and they will get cancelled. So finally I am getting a reduced RIF equation. It is nothing but Ri into 1 plus A beta. 1 plus A beta. By taking in the previous equation, I can take Ri as a common factor. What is left here? 1 plus beta into A. Okay. So therefore, now the input resistance in presence of feedback will be equal to Ri into 1 plus A beta. Okay. So this is one important relation with respect to this configuration. So here equation 2, it represents that the negative feedback, it increases the input resistance because Ri into 1 plus A beta. So therefore the input resistance is increased by a factor which is equal to the amount of feedback 1 plus A into beta. Okay, so this is what is the effect of feedback in case of the series shunt configuration. Now in general equation 2 can be written as ZIF will be equal to ZIS into 1 plus A of S into beta of S. Okay, so this is what is the representation for input resistance in case of series shunt feedback. Similarly, we can find out what is the output resistance ROF. Now to derive ROF, okay, so Vs will be reduced to 0 and also a small test voltage Vt will be applied at the output, and this action is shown by a small circuit as represented here. So here what I have is a dependent source A into Vi R0 and here a small test signal Vt is applied. So these are the nodes X dash. Here the current I. Zero. So now in this representation, the ROF will be written as equal to Vt divided by I. Okay. Now from this equivalent circuit, what is I? So I will be equal to Vt minus potential difference, that is A into Vi divided by R0. So to find ROF, what we have done, Vs is reduced to 0. It is output impedance calculation. Vs is reduced to 0 and a test voltage Vt is applied at the output. Okay, now that is represented by an equivalent circuit as shown here in this figure. Okay, now by referring to this circuit, ROF equation is Vt by I, where I equal to Vt minus AVI divided by R naught. Okay, so therefore now we have to find what is this I. Therefore we will substitute that I into the ROF equation, and on simplification we are going to get a reduced expression for ROF. Okay, so therefore let us first find out what is this I. Now since our Vs is equal to 0, okay, by referring to this figure A, that is the first diagram, okay, so Vs is equal to 0, Vi will be equal to simply minus Vf. Okay, so whatever the input voltage Vi is there, okay, so it will be equal to minus Vf, because Vs part is equal to 0. Actually what is Vi? So here Vi will be equal to Vs minus Vf. As Vs is equal to 0, Vi will be simply equal to minus Vf. So therefore now we will use here that as Vs is equal to 0, Vf can be written as simply minus Vf. But what is Vf? It's the feedback voltage. So minus beta into V naught. That is Vf value is beta into V naught. But what is V naught here? Our test signal. That is Vt. That is Vt. Okay. So therefore once we write what is this Vi represents, now we will take again our I equation. I was equal to what? Vt minus A into Vi. So now we will substitute for this Vi. Therefore keep A as it is. Vi is minus beta times of Vt. This divided by R naught. This will be equal to Vt plus A beta Vt by R naught, or I is equal to Vt into 1 plus A beta by R naught by R naught. Okay. Now once we have this I, now we will substitute that I in the ROF equation, so that we can find now what is ROF. So therefore ROF will be equal to Vt divided by, actually its equation is Vt by I. It is now equal to Vt by, how much is I? I is Vt into 1 plus A beta by R naught. Okay. So therefore on simplification we are going to get, so Vt gets cancelled, so R naught divided by 1 plus A beta. Okay. Now this is what is one of the important relations in case of this series shunt feedback. Okay. So we will call this as equation 4. Equation 4. So what this equation 4 indicates? The output resistance with feedback, okay, is equal to R naught divided by the amount of feedback 1 plus A beta. In other words, the negative feedback reduces the output resistance R naught by a factor equal to 1 plus A beta. So here 1 plus A beta, okay, so this is called amount of feedback. It is called amount of feedback. Okay. So in case of input resistance RIF, okay, the input resistance was increased by an amount 1 plus A beta, but whereas this output resistance ROF will be reduced by a factor 1 plus A beta. Okay. So this is what is the relation between input and output resistance in case of amplifiers. So in general we can write the ZOF output impedance in presence of feedback will be equal to ZOS by 1 plus A of S into beta of S. Let us take this as equation 5. Okay. So now through equations 1 to 5 they represent the different relations between the input resistance with the feedback as well as the amount of feedback. Okay. So with this we will conclude the derivation of resistances with respect to series shunt feedback amplifiers. Thank you.